Hey folks, today we're going to do a walkthrough of all the steps that you need to do to install CUDNN for LLM.c. I wanted to show all the steps and all the commands to get up and running to get the development environment set up. So to start off, I'm going to go to my GPU provider and just go through all the step-by-step instructions of how to get an environment ready to run this project. So if you haven't created an account before, this is just an example like GPU provider. There's plenty of them out there, but this is probably what it would look like in general for the others, where you select your instance, select the key pair, select Ubuntu, and the only thing that I'm going to be changing by default is having a public IP so that I can SSH into it. And then I am going to set a name to it, demo, and deploy. All right, so now that the instance is spun up, we'll go to the firewall and enable SSH access so that we're able to connect to it. And we'll go into the terminal, and the command that we'll have to run is ssh ubuntu at, and then just the IP address that they provide here. And you are set. So to start off with the commands, the first thing that we're going to do is clone the repository. And then we're going to run the two commands to first update apt, the package manager, and then install pip. All right, and once that's installed, then we're going to go into that LLM.c folder that we just created. And we are going to run the command pip3 install requirements.txt. And this is just installing all the Python dependencies to be able to download the weights, download the data sets, and then also be able to create like a comparison of like how when we're running like LLM.c, how it compares to the Python like PyTorch implementation. All right, and now that that's installed, we'll run the following two commands to install the nvidia-cuda-toolkit, and then the most recent version of this toolkit, 12.4. All right, so now that we have all of those dependencies installed, we have the issue that if we were to run the compiler, nvidia-cc, we'll see that the version is actually 11.5, and it's pointing to in the user bin folder. However, the actual location is in user local. We have quite a few different installations of the CUDA toolkit. And so what we want to do is point it to this one right here. And so what we're going to do is copy this command of exporting the path, and we're going to modify our bashrc file, go all the way to the bottom, and export the path. And so if you can see the bin directory of that CUDA toolkit, just going to put that there. And then we're just going to run source on that so that the path is updated. And now when we run this command, we should get the correct version. Sweet. We are all set. So now the next thing to do is we're going to actually try running LLM.c for the first time, just to make sure that everything except for the CUDNN is working. So I'm just going to go into, I'm going to run the command Python essentially downloading the Shakespeare like data set that this library runs on, and then we're going to run this file. And train.gpt2 does a few things. It also downloads all of the weights. It gets all of the it runs like PyTorch to kind of give a baseline comparison. And so now we should be completely ready to just run LLM.c by running this command. And it should only take around like 4 to 5 seconds or so. Great, everything's working perfectly. So now, if we were to try and run the CUDNN version, which the way that it's decided is there's a use CUDNN flag that's passed in. So if I was to run that same command previously, but adding use CUDNN is equal to 1, and we're going to have an issue that we're missing the dependency. And so the way that it is set up currently is that we first need to install CUDNN, which is the set of the 4 following commands that will be posted in the description. I'm just going to run that. All right, then the last step is just cloning this one repository, which is the CUDNN front end from NVIDIA, and making sure that that's in the home directory. So when we check this home directory, we're going to have that keyring that we downloaded, this folder, and LLM.c. So now we should be able to run that command that we ran previously, and it should work. And keep in mind that the first time that you compile the CUDNN version, it's going to take approximately like 40 seconds or so to compile for the first time, but every next time that you compile it, it's only going to take like a few seconds. And there we go. And you can see by checking the amount of tokens per second and how fast iterations are, the CUDNN version is significantly faster than the version without it. So yeah, definitely a major improvement. All right, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check out all the other videos that I've been making on LLM.c if you're interested in developing or getting your development environment set up. Definitely watch those, and hope to see some contributions.